but now the pressure mounting for Fnatic. The remaining players on the site, though, still have plenty of backup. It's a messy fight for Kayak, and he goes down with the punish right after Crash. He's managing one, and Alfie are still flying under the radar, but he used his util earlier. That's in it. Good potential for the next as well. There's the first for Chronicle. He's under a lot of pressure, though. Pretty hit by that seize, and with the reload underway for Crashies, he couldn't quite help out. From here, well, I was going to say it'll be different.
In the other direction, and with Alfia being spotted, I can only assume that that TP must be considered. Walking back into where the rifle is would be risky, but now winning that fight makes all the difference. Verno putting Alfia in the dirt, and nearly all the danger of this round are dissipated. It is still Chronicle, it is still a Sheriff, but I think for
cross on backside, Crashy's almost losing his life to that Outlaw, and it's Sheenom up top to drop him. The spike back under MIBR's control. They don't know it yet, but they're not even looking that way, fighting for every inch. And it's Gaspas to hit it! His third of the round! This man was isolated, caught by a Nightfall, but he became Fnatic's nightmare. The third round looking locked in already. Aspas will finally be put to bed, but it's too little too late, surely. A rifle retrieved for Alpha control there. But Fnatic don't need to with the man advantage. That's quickly faded away, though. MIBR, they're rolling all over this A site.
Grenade is live.
yeah, Cortesia's just having one hell of a round. Like, again, this was Fnatic in the right place at the right time. They had a
more up in heaven. He's feeling greedy. No surprise. The weaponry advantage starkly in favor of that attacking side. Verno highlighting it with Chronicle all alone. Full calling start to finish. He is on Kayak, looking to hunt him down. He's found his prey, but Kayak bites back. The op will be saved, will be carried through, as will Chronicle's rifle. He's been quiet over in his pit on the P. Spawned as well. Artson pushing a little before the wall, fully blooms. He will be punished. MIBR these.
And the counter already being thrown in to try and deny that showstopper, but it will not be denied. The response, though, from Crashies is huge.
Another for Crashies!
It's basically to just try and pick some people off and then maybe use those paint shells to deny. It's all a ruse, though. It's a fake back in the other direction. The push-ups already come in. MIBR are in a fantastic spot to try and deny this space being taken. They've had to double back because of how far the Chronicle managed to get into that A site. He made the realization, but now that spike has been dropped on the deck. This is looking fantastic for MIBR.
They are keeping Fnatic down to 20 seconds before they've got boots on the ground. Aspas falls with the wall bang. Verno doing a ton of damage. He'll take down Kayak, and he leaves Boaster, Alpha, and Crash. There's in two Sheriffs, at least site control for Fnatic, but the spike is miles behind. It's being caught by the Prowler. Boaster's got to run for the hills, and he's trapped in the corner. Verno won't let him escape. The spike secured now. The defensive side can't get there too easily. Crashy's embedded in the sights, being spotted.
Over on the B side. Is he going to swing? He's swinging with an Odin. Okay. That's not what I expected, but I guess his teammates managed to get the trade. The Odin has been sacrificed in order to clear Kayak.
A chance for them as Alfier's caught up close. They're being so patient in clearing these angles. That spam looking deadly. Cortesi
into things, and when you have a tip of the spear like Aspas, it becomes so difficult to play against. Now, Fnatic in this round have already got very aggressive, but Cortesia...
The Ghost, and why not farm up another one of those orbs? A 4-in-1 start for him, and remember, back to the previous map, he was lights out as well.
I think he actually did 0 damage there, which I don't know how.
Those are some thick walls. As you can see across the map is the case. Good damage by Fnatic to start with, but that spark is going out. Alpha's the last one standing. The rifle he retrieved from middle. Now brought all the way back. But he'll be pushed back, stunned up and gunned up. Kayak does well. The bow pulled for damage, but Crashies and Boasters still drawing breath.
Finds the first. Aftershock goes through a second for Verno. He's looking to do it all with the Odin. Only 2 remain. Verno's still on the corner, finally shut down, and Chronicle could put an end to the absolute madness.
Problem over on Bind as well. Fnatic giving a lot of individual fights, not playing together. And we saw those same glimmers. Winning through here, that's info!
Yeah, well, he's gone completely unchecked. Not expecting the aggression to be through and on the own in spam. Oh, it's eventually starting to find tax, but Alpha on the other side has managed a double of his own. Elise just ignores him. That one was free, and he goes for a little more. A 3-for-1 combo deal with Chronicle nowhere near the action. He revealed them initially, and then he puts them in the grave. Far Artsin has got, I'm not sure they do. It's a check. This will be the big fight of the round, while Boaster's already managed to...
Their success. They do it twice. There can't be one team on a bad day, and it's not likely to be two. You start to think Mibr may be a contender for the
Crown coach had from the last map was they weren't playing together. That one was a lot better, and now the full force revealed. Should be a fairly easy. There isn't a kill trip on that side. Instead, it's on the other. It's kind of hard to deal with anybody there. It will slow them down, but getting a pick from this position is very...
Even on range, but the Odin comes back. The wall bangs again for Verno. But Kayak, his performance left us wanting more, so much more from him after that debut down.
From Kayak, a huge initial fight that took down the defender. The spams coming through. Kayak already with the second of the round, a third even, taking over individually. This is what Fnatic were missing, especially in that last map. But with 3 already in the piss, they can't expect anybody to be here, but they've been able to find the early trades. The stun was decent, but it doesn't matter, but now it's all onto Boaster. In that backline again with the operator, facing off against a man who is a master of that gun. But that time is ticking. Tackle. Boaster goes swinging? All right, they're looking like a completely different team to map number 1, just taking the firefights. Okay, sure, it's still individualistic, bitch, but now it works. That's a little bit shaky and actually turning things back now into a 3 versus 3, but that post plant still sits and they haven't managed to deal with that player in the backline. Art looking to join in, and there's that flank coming through once again. It may not even be needed. The players on the site doing good work, the wraparound from Artsin, but now he's all that remains and he's completely surrounded. That tap will be heard and quick.
Oh, Cortezia, he's stuck in this corner. He can't get out without a big fight. Finds his first. Kron is low, and he'll fall as well. 12 seconds, Spike down. They need to deal with Cortezia, and they will. 7 seconds, Spike makes it to site, and a plant will be secured. Fnatic
catches the rotate across the middle of the map, gets 2 pick.
Cover going out.
Even a smoke down there as well. The challenge on the site has to come from Kayak. He's the only player coming from that angle. And Alpha takes a risk walking through the smoke, but it's worked out. Big advantage for Fnatic. Taken down to equal footing, but Verno on 4 HP is being pushed back, the time ticking, and they still have to deal with Aspas in the corner. They've done so.
Everything, that spot is being checked though. Genom very careful. Time starting to tick. Chronicle wants to try and make a play, and he may have just made the play of the round. A quick double. Boaster now gets another, and 20 seconds left on the clock.
Strong display from Fnatic. Mibr put their credits on the line. 3 rifles bought, but they're left with 2 pistols. It doesn't seem to matter. They've almost overrun this C site.
Look at his damage though.
And the stun is perfect. Kayak, he's completely stuck in place, but he caught Aspas anyways. And Boaster's there to help out. The only saving grace of this round. He has to do so much with it, even walking through the snake fight. And he'll find himself 2. Weakens up Crashies, but Kayak! As Alpha dodging the paranoia that had been sent in, took his space. Crashies lands on the Cortezia and looks for more. He's finding 2. Mibr, half the numbers of their opponent at 2 versus 4 and nothing to show for. They're going to double up on that short fight, but the wraparound from Mibr sends Aspas straight into the mixer. Alphayer falling with just 1, and Kayak, he'll try to escape, but he can't quite activate the ult in time.
But they're also being locked in from behind. A wraparound. Cortezia in a bit of trouble, but does well. Manages to isolate a fight, but he's to give them 2, and the retreat back from Kayak means that the man advantage sits with Fnatic.
But the pit, that's where things can change, but it's the Viper fighting up close. Artsin needs to win this fight, and he will. Genom elsewhere, lands 1 towards heaven.
Looking to make it in. They need to try and win this fight, and even the Classic has found a dink. Almost makes it too easy. They've already got rid of the paranoia that was sent in to try and deny this late play. Artsin, oh, it needs to be more. It's a little bit whiffy. He'll at least get his one, but the fact is, when you're already a man down and a post plant, and just look at some of the...
In fact, with how slow MIBR are playing, I wouldn't be surprised if, again, their game plan is just deny these orbs. Kayak's already in a position where, with that death, he's 2 away from the dimensional drift. A very valuable ultimate.
Needs to at least get one here, and he will. Looking for a little bit more. The spam doesn't work out, but he has support, and Althea desperately low on HP, hoping for a miracle spray of his own. It leaves Chronicle left, but he's on the other side of the map. Yeah, aggressive push up from Aspas to try and help out, and he's managed to keep things even, at least for now. The rotation from the remaining players coming through that B site. 2 still standing for either side. Hudson from above, crash that gap even further for MIBR. They now have a chance.
Let's see if Fnatic can take advantage of the crescendo of chaos with pistols flooding the site. It's a bloodbath to start.
Still holding on to that cross, but he will be smoked off. Stun available, and again, it's starting to get into those late round positions. Bear in mind, there is a Hunter's Fury available. Now, maybe in the C site it's not going to work. I don't know. 12 seconds. If they are going to go for it, it has to be now, and they're running into the site. Hunter's Fury is coming through behind them. They're taking damage on the way in, and yeah, already another being caught. The round is just over. To be the hero he's been in so many rounds for this squad. They're still walking into a fairly stacked up site, and this is the amount of times that a player has been caught by that peak. And while Shenan's actually just going to go back in for more, he's going back in for everything!
Obviously, there's weaknesses here for Fnatic in terms of the weapons. They only had the ready to break into this site, but Hunter's Fury's going to have to land. Have to find its mark. It's one man, but there's so many more on the site itself. Oh, nice work from Kayak. Nice work from Chronicle. Fnatic back on the horse at last. That shock dart could be deadly. Chron just about dodges it.
And now they have some pretty high impact potential ults to use. Either side. The attack one goes in first, but is there going to be an immediate response? There is.
That spam did a lot of damage. Alpha's lucky to still be alive. TP used in the backside. It spotted Artsin. He's running for his life, but he'll be caught, and that is not a good look. Blood in the water immediately as Artsin falls.
Deploying drone.
A little bit more needed, but it wasn't enough to claim the day. Fnatic